right, so we mentioned it earlier in the show. If you missed it, Gator and I are both taking the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. Kang's got the 49ers. I just can't move past Mahomes' experience in this game, his ability to avoid the pass rush. He almost never gets sacked. I think 3.6% of dropbacks or something like that. The Kansas City defense against the San Francisco offense, much respect to San Francisco for their run game. They were third in the NFL in rushing yards per game this year. McCaffrey's a beast. But Kansas City did a fine job making sure Lamar didn't kill them. As much as I do respect McCaffrey in that run game, I like the Kansas City defense matching up against the San Francisco run game to keep it from being a fatal rushing attack. And I love the Kansas City pass defense. They've held opposing number one receivers to 49.4 yards per game. L'Jarius Sneed gave up his first touchdown pass of the year in man coverage against the Bills in the second round of the playoffs. They've just been so good. And I mean, and you're going to make a case around Mahomes, and that might be enough. Honestly.
Well, and I think it's kind of where it's the easy button to push is, okay, Patrick Mahomes.
But they say keep it simple, stupid, and it's simple.
I have a hard time betting against Patrick Mahomes. And you look at the team, of course, it's a team sport. Defensively, they've stepped up their game. They limited what the Dolphins could do. You know, they held them to 7 points. They held Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, the league MVP, to 10 points. They won that game on the road in the AFC Championship game. They won on the road at Buffalo, which Lord knows that's a tough place to win, and they did. And they were able to handle Josh Allen and everything comes at him. I think it comes down to the experience that they have. They've been there. They're in the midst of being a dynasty team. They're not ready to relinquish. Mahomes wants another one. He's hungry as hell, and he knows he's building his legacy right now. I think he's one of these guys that thrives on it. I think he's one of these guys that you tell him you can't do something, he's like, watch, hold my beer. And he's just phenomenal. And the addition with that, they can run the ball a little bit. San Francisco's giving up yards on the ground. All right, the Lions ran over him pretty well. The Packers were able to run a little bit against him as well. Can the Chiefs get their running game going? Because if they can, then this is it's definitely going to go Kansas City's way. But I think it is a tight game. I think this one's going to be like 24-23 Kansas City.
Oh,
yeah. I think it's going to be tight. But I think Kansas City has the ball in their hands at the end of the game, either to salt the game away or they're down 23-21 and they kick a field goal to win it because Mahomes leads them to a field goal range.
It's tough to bet against Mahomes, but I'm going to here because I just think the Niners are the most well-rounded team they've played all year long. The Chiefs, they finished the regular season 11-6. They're absolutely beatable this year. They've shown it, 6 times this year where they did get beat. They've had a great playoff run. Very deserving AFC champion. They're very good, and the Niners are very good. I expect a very good game. I just think the Niners come out on top because, like I said, they're the most complete team that the Chiefs will have faced. The Ravens very good on defense. Niners very good on defense. The Ravens really rely on Lamar Jackson on offense, and I think that's where the Niners have the edge here. Is they have just a more well-rounded offensive team. Brock Purdy, the weapons with Kittle, Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, obviously Christian McCaffrey, the offensive player of the year. If the Niners can stop the run from the Chiefs with Pacheco, because they can run the ball at times, if they stop that and just make Mahomes and Kelsey try to beat them, I think the Niners end up on top. The Chiefs didn't even score a point in the second half against the Ravens. The Chiefs are a very, very good defensive team, and that's kind of what they are now, and they rely a lot on Mahomes. Mahomes is a magical magician back there and does things that you don't think can be done. At some point, it's too much, and I think the Niners will provide too much resistance this time.
Really hope you're wrong. Really hope you're wrong.